Hello, Virgo. Medicine here. Thank you so much for stopping by. This month is a great time for you to gain higher wisdom, especially wisdoms of the world that are connected to elders, wisdom keepers, perhaps a management, perhaps administrative. This is a great time for you to give yourself permission to undergo a sort of mentorship where you become the apprentice and to be mentored. While that's happening, cleansed becomes your body. Your body becomes cleansed. Cleansed of all the things which you've learned before, of all the burdens you've carried in the past. There are many things that are part of your past that have been fulfilled, Virgo, that these things no longer can serve you. So we must now cleanse the womb space. And the way that we do that is by extracting your womb, your inner, your shadow, your womb self of all the burdens of the past. The butterfly, the caterpillar is a great example of this. Just imagine, can you imagine for one moment the butterfly, or rather the caterpillar creating the chrysalis or the cocoon? Because as the caterpillar hangs upside down, it surrenders its mind. It empties its mind as it hangs upside down and allows a fresh perspective to come in. In addition to the hanging upside down, the caterpillar is extracting from within the silk, the threads that will become the cocoon, the chrysalis. So here, the caterpillar is extracting all the energies inside of it, all of the burdens that it's been carrying inside of the womb, inside of the unconscious, or even the conscious. All of the burdens that it has carried inside of its psyche, period, it is now extracting them from the body. And those things are being transmuted into a fine silk that serves as a protection from the outside world. You are no longer in the outside world at this time. Right now, things must be going on inside. And what's on the outside, what is inside of you, must now protect you and be extracted, and therefore cleansing the womb while also creating protection. Do not be surprised if work slows down for you at this time. Do not be surprised if things within the physical slow down for you at this time. There is a reason and a season behind why it is slowing down. It's a reason for it. Because what it's doing is creating space for something new to be conceived. So effectively, here we got the caterpillar creating the womb from the thread, the silk, spun from within its body. And that silk is created it's created from all of the densities, all of the burdens and responsibilities of the past. Now that's covering the body at the same time. And simultaneously, something new is being conceived inside of the womb, because now something new there can grow. In life, when things tend to slow down, it gives us room for something new to be conceived. If things are slowing down on the work end for you at this time, it may be because new incoming wisdom now has room to refill your cup. Your cup is being emptied so that it can be refilled with something new. And it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to survive on what you already have. Hence, why the thread, the silk from the caterpillar, now becomes the cocoon. Because that is how you survive. You survive on what you already have, letting go of the burden of it and the responsibility of it. And while surviving on something that you already have, you allow something new to be impregnated into you. You allow yourself to be impregnated by something new. Whether you're a man or a woman, hear me, what I'm saying does not matter. And there are going to be some major difficulties happening for you all along the way. So it would be wise to save. It would be wise to take this time to use what resources you have and ration them out through this period, so that you have the space to learn something new while also making sure you have the means necessary to survive it. Once again, the caterpillar and the cocoon. The cocoon, the threads, they represent the resources, that which nourishes you for the time being. But understand that those nourishments, that which protects you and nourishes you, it comes from your previous harvest. It must serve a higher purpose now. So gone are the days of going out and having fine foods. This is not the time for that. Not the time for going out and hanging out with friends and having good food, and it's not the time for splurging and spending money on all sorts of stuff. This is not the time for that for you now, Virgo. Although there are going to be influences that come your way who suggest otherwise. Because you will have Jupiter's energy in opposition to the sun, who's going to be in Yod aspect with Venus and the North Node. So this is going to be a very difficult time for you. And it may be that in some respects, you are going to have to balance the physical with the non-physical. You're going to have to balance the material with the spiritual. Because in a spiritual sense right now, connecting with your family and enjoying emotional comforts is what's going to best benefit you in a spiritual sense. But on a physical sense, this is time to cocoon and to go within, and it's time to learn. It's time to receive, to train, and to work in something new, to learn some new skills, and to create a new structure, a new foundation for yourself. So even though one side, the higher side, Jupiter, looks at enjoyment, but understand that's happening on a greater level for you right now. In the physical world, on a personal note, you need to make sure that you are giving yourself permission to ration out the money and the resources. Because eventually what's going to happen for you, Virgo, is that you are going to end up receiving from higher entities of thought. You are going to be creating space for futuristic ideas. And you are going to be able to see, sense, and feel everything around you as if it's all one great big cosmos. And that is a discussion for the next season.